Virgo, just before starting your reading, I had a channeled message, or rather a channeled image, which was the Shawshank Redemption. And when he comes out of that pipe and he's gone down an entire sewage pipe and he pops out the end onto a green kind of clean field. And he's really, really just ecstatic to be out there. So maybe you've been going through it a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take one of these round archetype cards to see if we can. Oof, hello, there we are. Oh yes, oh yes. Too right. You get the warrior. When the warrior comes out, it's got a sense of making it through the odds, making it through something difficult. So if we're looking at past influences, and maybe this is since about March, I would say, I feel like you've been, that's better, you've been a bit lost at sea. You've had a lot to overcome. I think things have been a bit unfair. And, you know, sometimes the universe is a bit unfair. No one ever said it was fair. Virgos get that better than almost anybody else because you're an earth sign. But still, it's not nice when it's happening to you, and when you feel like you're herding cats or pushing custard up the stairs all the time, and you're just trying to have a life. You know, I'm just out here trying to have a life. So let's take a couple of cards for past influences and how they affect today. We're using the Nightshade Tarot for you, starting off. We will do this general reading at the top. We will do a love reading in the next row down. Love and relationships. So it could be lovers, lovers. It could be friends, family, whatever. Okay. There will be an extended reading, as there always is. And that will be the first link in the description box if you get to the end. And it's really, really resonating with you. Okay. That's interesting. Nice. Let's just move that. Sun's being a bit weird today, so I might have to move the curtain around. We get the Four of Cups. I don't mind that actually, but it definitely describes the mood. This is contemplation, it's yin, it's going within. You're coming from a place of being thoughtful. Virgos are very thoughtful. You think things over, you're considerate, you are not usually impetuous. But there's something here. We've got the Empress and we've got Temperance, which is very, very interesting. Both feminine archetypes. And I did a reading for Aries and I did a reading for another sign that I can't remember. I'm trying to think who it was. And it came out with a lot of stuff about divine masculine energy and about the patriarchy and about your experience. There might have been Libra as well. About your experience of fathers in families or authority in general. And I'm kind of getting something about that for you too, around feminine energy and your expression of that. I've always considered Virgo to be quite feminine energy. You're mutable, you're earth, you're kind of mutable earth, and it's always made me think of moving earth and porous rocks, you know, and things like that, and gardening, and, you know, being able to get your hands dirty, but in this very grounded feminine energy. So I feel like what's bringing to bear now from the past is that you have this and it's a real gift to you and will continue to be a gift to you, as will any feminine archetype people around you, like your mother, your grandmother, your best friend. That feminine wisdom is really going to help you. That's interesting. Let's look at your present energy. What is the present energy? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Strength, another very, very strong female archetype coming out for you there. When you get the Strength card, it's nearly always a woman, apart from in the Mythic Tarot where it's Heracles. You get a woman being able to master a lion, and not through, you know, there's no stick here, there's no gun, there's no force. It's like she's a lion whisperer. And I feel like similarly, you two are able to achieve an awful lot, but you're not having to, you're not breaking down doors or busting skulls here. That isn't your style. But you are coming through that pipe of God knows what, and you're using an unusual brand of deep and divine feminine energy, which may have come from your female ancestors. You may have a very strong mother who survived against the odds in lots of ways. Okay, let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested to know. Let me know if you do have ancestors, relatives that you know of that have survived in very, very difficult times, because that's really coming to bear on this reading. And then the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the sisterhood. This is your best friends, this is your online friends, this is your, even people you don't know, you're kind of united in a feminine solidarity. The way that you're dealing with something, or the way that you're, well, we'll look now at, let's look at the challenges and then what's coming in. No, I'm going to look at what's coming in and then the challenges. The way that you deal with what's coming in is with elegance and poise and consideration, and you won't be pushed by anybody, but you're not having to stick your neck out to do that. Wow. What's coming in? We've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is, it can be a love offer. It's small, you know, it's the most junior of the page cards. So it can be a love offer, it can be a friendship, a bond. It's the beginning of something. It's something just starting out. It's nice energy with the Page of Cups, and I like this, and I feel like you deserve it from where you've been and what you've been doing. Now, yeah, I love that that's coming in for you actually, but look, it's coming in with the Nine of Swords, which I think she looks a lot like a typical Virgo. We've got a really nice, neat bed, but also a bit of a migraine, and I know that you're worriers. Let me know in the comments. That's for particularly for some of you who get migraines. I know it's weird, and I don't normally do health things in tarot, but if you're a migraine sufferer, say hello in the comments, and also check out the latest treatments that are available to you, because there might be something you've missed. That's just for a few of you. And then we get the Star. God, I love this card. I love this deck actually. It's gorgeous. So what you have coming in is a blossoming friendship or love, or something that is to do with someone catching feels and giving them to you, which we like. You have worry about that for some reason that we'll have a look at, but also a reminder that whatever you want to manifest or wish for, so if you're into manifesting, which I sincerely hope you are, journaling. Some people like journaling, some people like writing on paper and burning it. People do it all differently, but just make sure you're doing it. And I would also say for you that the Pisces lunar eclipse that we have in September, I don't know the exact date, might be about the 14th or something, is going to be incredibly important to this. I know it's a way off, but it's actually not that far off. It's never as far off as you think, is it? Enjoy yourself, it's closer than you think, or whatever they say. Okay, let's have a look at some love and relationships as well, which I feel is probably going to tie in with this, because it normally does. God. Let's do it so you can actually see the cards and not just my messy floor. I know, shock horror, that is a Pisces messy floor. What can I say? And let's try and get that over there a bit so you get a bit more light, or maybe a bit less depending on how I've done it. That's not too bad. Dealing here with something we don't normally have to deal with in the UK, which is sunshine. And frankly, we don't know what to do with ourselves or it. It's like, what's that? Yellow round thing in the sky. Okay. I would say before we even throw a card about relationships, and we'll have a look at challenges as well in a minute because they may be going together, that being in your feminine energy is definitely going to be the way forward in relationships as well. Okay, so let's just settle that. 10 of Wands. Woof. Stuff's going on in your love life. Tell me about it in the comments. Spill the tea. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling alone. 10 of Wands is when you reach a point of just feeling like it's too painful to stay the same. So think of crawling through that poo pipe, okay? Shawshank Redemption. If you haven't seen it, it'll be on YouTube. Just have a look. It's a very kind of formative and fabulous piece of film history. So we have here, it becomes too painful to stay the same. If you're in a situation or a situationship or a relationship or whatever you want, whatever it is, it won't. Remember I said you may have been a bit unlucky recently, or that life's been a bit unfair. The universe doesn't want that to carry on for you, but first it wants you to drop this burden as well. So this could be voluntary or it could be pushed, but you're not going to carry on being the good guy, the good girl, whatever, for much longer, because you're giving away your power, you're giving away your health, and it's not two ways. And there's something about this that says, I'm going to flick the switch, this needs to change. We've got the 5 of Pentacles here. And the 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. It's another card that says, whoever we are with or whatever relationship we're in or not in, we are always essentially alone when we're fighting the good fight. So there's something here about you finding your own way, regardless of whether you're coupled or not. You're finding your own way. And you're realising that you need to do that. And I love that you've then got the 3 of Cups again. So find the balance, and the 4 of Pentacles. Find the balance between doing it alone, being in solitude. You are, after all, the hermit in the tarot. Climbing the kind of mountain on your own, but also when to bring in solidarity. And I would say this was in the feminine again, because we have it here for this lovely 3 of Cups here, and then here for this lovely 3 of Cups here. They've got you. These are your ride or die. It could be strangers, it could be best friends, it could be internet friends, it could be in real life. These are your ride or die people. Let them help you. You help them when it's time, or you will do. Let them help you. Then we have the 4 of Pentacles, or what I like to call, keep your hands on your purse. There's something here about you needing to be quite streamlined in terms of what you give away and what you don't. And I know that a Virgo's natural tendency is to serve, because you're the sign of service, and I know this, and that's good, and that's who you are, and it's clean and clear. But there comes a point, and you may be at that point, where that can work against you. And I'm not saying you need to like turn into some biatch and suddenly just be really, you know, I'm not doing anything for anybody. But it's definitely dialing it back a little bit, especially if you feel like you're giving too much, or you feel you can't do anything right, or you feel like you're leaning forward too much into a potential relationship or a current relationship or even a friendship. Then you get the Sun. Oh, I like that you get the Sun. There's something here about being yourself, being happy in your own skin, riding towards what you want, feeling the power, and you're more Sun than you are Moon. Notice in the Five of Pentacles, we've got the Sun here, and then we've got the Sun again. So I feel like the energy for you is more Sun than it is Moon, which means more out there, less secretive. I would say diva energy, full boundaries, trying as much as a Virgo can to not really care what people think. Very important. Five of Wands. This is struggles in communication, misunderstanding each other. So just be careful with that, because this card can come up when you're just misreading each other, or you're not getting a reply and you don't know why, or whatever it is. These are snags in communication. In my experience, they tend to resolve themselves. So don't get too hung up on that. I think that's really important. Yes. Queen of Pentacles. This is a very Virgo card. It's an earth card. She's what I call the Queen of Velvet Waiting. There is a patience here, and there is a wisdom here for you, and there is an understanding, and things should not move quickly, and you need to consider all angles, and you're not willing to be the scapegoat or the one that's putting in all the kind of effort here either, and nor should you be. And for some of you, that's quite a change from who you've been before. Yeah. Two of Swords, which is a pause, hitting pause. There is, you may feel that there is a pause in a relationship or in your love life, that there is a kind of, it's like a mini hanged man when you get the Two of Swords, that there is a sense of, you know, what's going on here? Why does it feel like something should be happening, or it's just on the other side and I can't get through to it? Something should be coming in, something should be making way. I should be making progress. The universe wants you to notice something. It wants you to listen to something. It wants you to stop trying, to stop serving, to stop getting caught up in that trap of doing. The weird thing is, Virgo, once you stop serving, once you stop making an effort with this, and this goes for your love life and your general life, once you stop, you're going to find that the energy rushes towards you in a way that you'd always wished it had, but for some reason it hadn't. You felt like you earned it, you felt like you worked hard enough, and then lo and behold, you think, well, stuff this, take your foot off the gas, you kind of walk away, you put some distance, and what do you know? Suddenly that energy is chasing you down. It's life, it's one of those weird things, it's really annoying, but it's a rule worth following if you're brave enough to do it. If there's something that you really want, if there's something that you're trying to serve, if you're trying, if you're efforting, step back, take your foot off the gas, stop efforting, and they come to you. And I think that's the psychology of this situation for you. You've been efforting and trying and digging and working for something for so long, when actually do your manifesting with the star, and then step back and be assured it's going to come to you. I like this for you, Virgo. In the extended reading, I'm going to do a love reading for you, and I'm going to use different decks. I'm going to call up your person for those of you where you want to know about a specific person. I'm going to look at what is going on in these patterns, what's going on with these feminine archetypes. What are they feeling? What are they thinking? And what is the best way forward for you? Okay. If you want to join me for that, I'm going to go and do that right now. And it is the first link in the description box of this video. Woof. Okay, I'm going to go and choose my decks, and I will see you on the other side. Namaste, lovely Virgo.